Hey guys, it's Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking through the 50 books that I plan to read for the PopSugar Reading Challenge, my PopSugar Reading Challenge TBR. But to start off, if you don't know what the PopSugar Reading Challenge is, it is a reading challenge that comes out every single year. There is about 50 challenges. There's 40 that you have to do, and then there's 10 advanced challenges. This year, pretty fun. This is gonna be a little interactive because the 10 advanced challenges are specific to your TBR. So like the longest book, the shortest book, the prettiest book, the ugliest book, etc. There's 10 of those. So I'm gonna be doing that with you guys. And then there's also another challenge I'm gonna be doing with you guys. And then for the other 39, 40 books, I'm going to just be rapid fire giving what I plan to read. Though if we're honest, this is 50 books. I typically, prior to this year, the most books I've ever read was last year with 60. My Goodreads goal is 75. If I did meet my Goodreads goal, that would only leave me to read 25 other books than the ones I'm reading here. So obviously I don't have my whole year planned out. I don't have all the videos I want to do and everything planned out to a T. These are the books that when I looked at the challenge, I instantly thought of these books in my TBR, put them down. But obviously as I read books, I'm going to say like, oh my god, this fits this challenge. And even if I had another book there, I'm going to put that one in, if that makes sense. Like I said, the last 10 challenges are these advanced challenges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on Goodreads. If you didn't see my last video, it was Goodreads picks my top 5 books I need to read in 2020. It was based on my highest rated books. This is a list in here. I'll just pull up the screen recording now so we can all follow along. So here is the PopSugar Reading Challenge. It's just the list we have here. At the very end, we have these advanced challenges, which I do plan on doing because I think they're fun. So I'm just going to go through it one by one. We're going to go here and then go to Goodreads and then see what we got going on here. To pick out the rest of these books. Starting off with the longest book by pages on your TBR. So I'm gonna go on over to Goodreads. I will be looking through all of my, like once again, if you watched my last video, you kind of know how my Goodreads is set up, but I have own TBR, ebook TBR, audiobook TBR, and ARC TBR. Most of my books are on my own TBR. I just updated this with all the books I recently got. So everything should be up to date. But I'm just gonna go to, what is it, number of pages. Hopefully the additions are like fine. But we're gonna see what the longest book is, and then we can, okay, so, well, that kind of spoiled the shortest book, but longest book. So I'm flipping it again. Okay, so I didn't know what I was gonna do about this because I figured it probably would be a series book. F. Okay, so this is like an actual challenge. So I can't really make the rules for myself. So technically it's Kingdom of Ash, which I guess I'll grab these books. I'm not going to grab all the rest of the books that I'm doing because that would just be too much. Kingdom of Ash is 984 pages. And this is the last book. This is the 7th book in the Throne of Glass series, which I have not started at all. And I think this is like not even, there's more than 7 books because there's like novellas and like prequels too. So, I don't know about that. Lord of Shadows is next. If I just go with the whole, like, not standalone thing or not in a series thing, Midnight Sun's kind of in a series too. Night Film? I don't know. Technically, it's this. Technically, it's this. Let me know down below if I need to read this or if I can just read Night Film. Where's Night Film? Let me know. I feel like you guys are gonna say this, but this adds an obscene amount of reading. This. Whereas this is a standalone. But let me know. I realized that this, I walked myself right into this, but yeah. Okay. Okay, and then the next one, if we're going back, is the shortest book by pages on your TBR, which we kind of already spoiled because it was kind of flipped. And actually I need to check my ebooks too and shit. But this is the shortest. Oh, it doesn't even have a page number. Refresh. It still should be the shortest. Yeah, 102 pages. And that is For Everyone by Jason Reynolds. This is kind of like a short poem collection. Like it's like, can you see that? Like that's what every page looks like. Like it's very short as well as like actually short to read. So that's definitely the winner there. Yeah, so we have longest, shortest. Let me double check my arcs to make sure there's not anything longer than 984 pages, and I don't think there's anything shorter. 224, 512, so no, not on arcs. Audiobooks, 241, no. 432, no. That's a long romance. That's interesting. And ebook. Ebook. No, I just like don't think there's anything. Let's see. Foxhole Court, 237. Longest. Hideaway, 466. So no. So for like the first category, longest, shortest, we have King of Vash, which I just bought. I just bought this. So joke's on me there. Really big joke on me. Okay. And For Everyone by Jason Reynolds. I should have filmed this video like literally a couple days ago before I had this. Yeah, joke's on me. Real big joke on me there. I literally don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Or Night Film. Maybe. That literally doesn't count, but let me know. Okay. The next prompt is the book on your TBR list with the prettiest cover. I did not think about these before, so now I have to like think. So give me a second here. So I'm stupid. I like spent so much time trying to come up with an answer for this, and I was just so stupid because absolutely I think this is like the prettiest cover, but like the prettiest book period is this Anna and the French Kiss special collector's edition, and you can't really tell. It's snowing outside. It's crazy. But it is the most beautiful book ever, and it is absolutely the prettiest cover that I own, right? Like the prettiest cover. I mean, it's just a gorgeous book, period. So yeah, Anna and the French Kiss. The ugliest is absolutely this. The Sky is Everywhere, Jandy Nelson. I'm going to read this year. This is the ugliest cover I've ever seen, period. Like, what is this? It's hideous. It's hideous. Okay, so that's prettiest, ugliest. Longest on my TBR. So it's definitely going to be like an owned book, so I'm not going to even check the others. And I guess I'm just going to filter by oldest. So I might not have owned it the longest, but I've had it like on Goodreads. That's just what I'm going to go by because I couldn't even tell you like what book I've owned the longest. So we're going to go by date added. I think it's going to have like the newest ones first. Yeah, so these are the newest ones. Do I own Tower of Dawn? Oh, Tower of Dawn is the one I just bought. I had Kingdom. Oh, duh. So yeah, that King of Vash would have been on the list regardless. Okay, so we're gonna flip it. I'm nervous. I have no idea. Dangerous Girls. Yeah, that's definitely right. 2014. So like technically I did have books before then, but I'm not going to try to figure that out. It would just be way too confusing. It would be like a group of books that I could probably pinpoint, but I could not pinpoint one book. So we're just going to buy this, Dangerous Girls. That's a good one. Okay, so Dangerous Girls by Abigail Haas. I'm cautiously excited about this. Cool. Okay. And meant to write in 2020, could literally be anything. For that, I think I'm going to go with Chasing Lucky. But this is one of the ones that could technically be a bunch of books. So if Chasing Lucky or if something else fits it better, or like if Chasing Lucky ends up fitting another one of these categories better, I might put it there. But Chasing Lucky, Jen Bennett, came out last year. I didn't get around to it. Still haven't gotten around to it, but we're getting there. I think it's the next book I'm going to read. So next is I associate with my fave person, place, or thing. So I need to read this eventually, and I'm just going to do it. And that is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. My grandfather gave this to me. He's really who got me like a lot of these books and like encouraged me. I gave him book lists. Like he bought my books, and I think maybe 2 Christmases ago now, I was like, I want you to pick me out a book that you really love that you think I would like. He picked this, which is like mixed reviews, but I really do need to read it, and I definitely associate it with him now, so I think it's a good answer for this prompt, and I really don't know anything about it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with there. So the next one is a random book. I'm gonna keep that to the end. I'm gonna go to a DNF book for my TBR list, and I'm actually going to go with An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. This is actually one of the books I'm going to be reading this year period because of the last video. Once again, check it out, my last video that came out. I'll link it up above, wherever. But I actually started reading this. You can kind of see the beginning tabs, and I didn't finish it. So this is what I want to read for this. And then a free book from your TBR list, gifted, borrowed, library. That could literally be anything, and I'm not going to pick it right now because that's like my wild card spot. That is something I'm just going to throw something there. But now I'm going to pick a random book. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through here. I'm going to pick a random like thing, like a sorted by, and I'm just going to scroll and then pick one. So what do we think? So I'm just going to go by what? I'm going to go by author. I'm just going to scroll, and then I'm going to hopefully pick a book. So yeah, I can see I'm scrolling. You guys are seeing it. I'm not seeing it, even though we're looking at the same place. And I'm just going to like hopefully be able to click a book. Okay, I just clicked something. And you guys are seeing it right now. Oh shit. I clicked the author. Oh. Torn Away. Oh my god, that's so perfect. Because this is one of my 5-star predicted books. I don't know how I did that. Torn Away. Jennifer Brown. Cool. I could have just kept random for like another book that I just randomly read, but I'm pretty happy with that being the choice because I am going to read it this year. That's like my random books, which that took a little bit of a long time. I have one last challenge that I'm going to do kind of vlog style. And that is a book on someone's shelf. So I'll show you, where is this at? So a book you have seen on someone's bookshelf in real life, on a Zoom call, in a TV show, etc. I decided I was going to do this from Instagram because I trust Instagram more than I trust some Zoom calls or like some TV interviews where like it's mostly like old men with their books, and I'm trying to go by like a first book I see sort of situation. So I'm gonna go on Instagram, I'm gonna pull up my feed, I'm gonna scroll the first bookshelf picture. It can't just be a book, it has to be on a bookshelf, but the first book I see on a bookshelf that I own, that's what I'm gonna go with. So we're gonna go on Instagram, I'm gonna go to my feed, I'm gonna refresh her, and wow, right away on a bookshelf, what do we have here? Do I own any of these? No, and I really don't have an interest in any of these. I don't think any of them are my TBR. I don't think so. Maybe the gold? No. I'm just gonna look for books I own. No. 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 Oh. No. No. Oh. Okay, T. I own this. I own The Sweetest Kind of Poison. So this is Katie Weismer, Kate's book date. She started around booktube around the same time as me. This is her debut poetry collection that I own, that I did actually read in its beta form back in the day, and I was just like, I was a freshman in college. I literally lost, I like was not in a great headspace in like the first semester of college when I was reading this. I like totally fell off. I didn't review this, and yeah, wow, yes, I'm going to read The Sweetest Kind of Poison. That is a great option for this. Wow, I'm so glad I got this. Okay, but just a quick overview. Okay, longest book, Kingdom of Ash. Shortest book, For Everyone, Jason Reynolds. Prettiest book, Anna and the French Kiss. Ugliest book, The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Neslin. Meant to read in 2020, Chasing Lucky. Maybe I'll pick something else. We'll see. Associate with a fave person, place, thing. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. With my grandfather. Random, Torn Away. Where'd Torn Away go? Torn Away. by Jennifer Brown. Longest on TBR, Dangerous Girls, DNF, Ember in the Ashes, free book, to be determined. That's my free space. Okay, now we're going to go into the other challenges. So I have these all listed out. These are all subject to change, as mentioned. These are just kind of like the first books that came to mind. A book that was published in 2021, I think I'm gonna go with Across the Green Grass Fields by Shauna McGuire. Second, an Afrofuturist book, either Children of Blood and Bone or Binti. A book that has a heart, diamond, club, or spade on the cover. I think I'm gonna go with The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. A book by an author who shares your zodiac sign. I'm a Libra, if we're doing sun signs, which I'm assuming we are. Alice Oseman is also a Libra, so I'm going to be reading Radio Silence probably, or the Heartstopper books. One of those. Either or. Next is a dark academia book. I actually don't own like the classics. I'm planning on reading A Study in Charlotte. I don't know if that's dark academia. Maybe I'll get a hold of Ninth House or If We Were Villains before then, but that's what I'm going with right now. Next is a book with a gem, mineral, or rock in the title. For this, I have A Court of Silver Flames. I think that's the one I'll go with. Next is a book where the main character works at your current or dream job. For this, I have American Royals by Catherine McGee. Because yes, I want to be a princess. Moving on, a book that has won the Women's Prize for Fiction. I literally didn't know any other books other than The Song of Achilles, so that's what I'm reading for that. Next is a book with a family tree. This is one of the ones that if I find something else while I'm reading other books, I'm gonna probably do that. But the one that I could find was And I Darken by Kirsten White. So that's really all I got right now. Another hard one for me was a bestseller from the 1990s. This I really have no idea. I have The Secret History, The Thief, which is like an OG like fantasy, I think, Holes, or Game of Thrones. I literally couldn't find anything else, so I don't know. If anybody has any ideas for that, please let me know, because I really do not know. Next is a book about forgetting, and for that I have Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. The next one was a book you've seen on someone's bookshelf. We just picked that. That's The Sweetest Kind of Poison by Katie Weismer. Next is a locked room mystery. Straight up, do not have any of those. This was also kind of hard for me to figure out. I ended up picking off my TBR, the Inheritance Games. I don't know if that's gonna count, but we're going to hope that it's good enough. Next is a book set in a restaurant. I already read this. We're doing Tweet Cute for that. It's good enough for me. It has decent enough restaurant vibe. Next is a black and white cover. I have a few options for this. I think I'm gonna pick Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo for right now. Next is a book by an Indigenous author. I have The Things She's Seen, but I'm also really interested in Alatsue and The Only Good Indians. So any of those three, I own one of them, but the other two sound a little more interesting to me, so we'll see where that goes. I'm so excited for this one. A book that has the same title as a song. I'm thinking Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Machen, but also it's the Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson, right? It's Kelly Clarkson. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe. You know, I'm very excited for this. I was very excited when I was like, oh my god, this is such a perfect challenge for that. The next is a book about a subject you're passionate about. So what I'm picking for this is books that are dealing with kind of domestic abuse or sexual assault, just because those were actually a lot of the books that I read when I first started reading, like Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson, Speechless by Hannah Harrington, I believe. And there was a bunch of books like that that were kind of coming out when I started first reading, and I haven't actually read any books like that in a while. And I had no idea, like I had a bunch of other books written down for this prompt. I actually just finished Dreamland, which actually deals with this topic surprisingly well. I don't know, I really thought Sarah Dessen was just a bunch of fluffy YA contemporary romances, but that is really not the case so far. So I've actually been really enjoying her books, which is so not the point of this. But I'm going to pick Dreamland for this. But books I originally had for this before I knew anything about Dreamland, what that was about, I had All the Rage, Just Listen, Faking Normal, and The Way I Used to Be. But I'm already read Dreamland, so I'm definitely using that because it doesn't really fit any other prompts here. But that was what I wanted to choose because that was like a really important topic to me when I was growing up. So I wanted to read more of that, and I still plan on reading more of these books this year. But that's kind of a tangent. Body Positivity, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I just wrote Chloe Brown. For Black Lives Matter, or a book from a BLM book list, I'm going to do Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. This was on, I think, Goodreads Black Lives Matter book list. A genre hybrid, Verity by Colleen Hoover. This is a mystery thriller / romance, which no one asked for, but if you watched my last video, you know what's up. A book set mostly or entirely outdoors. I already read this. You Have a Match by Emma Lord. This takes place at a summer camp. It takes place mostly outdoors. A book with something broken on the cover, Makeup Breakup by, it's by Sandhya Menon. I don't remember what, I just wrote these down. I don't remember what her pen name is. I'll put the cover here. This is an adult romance arc that I have. I don't know when it comes out. I want to say in the spring or early summer. Or it might have already come out. I don't know. I'm really behind. It might have come out last year. Regardless. A book by a Muslim author. I think I'm going to do Leave the World Behind here. There's also Restore Me by Tahira Mafi, but I think I'm going to do Leave the World Behind, which I've heard nothing but good things about, and I have the audiobook, so I'm very excited about that. This one was so hard. A book that's published anonymously. I have the Diary of an Oxygen Thief, which was like a Tumblr book. Like, I don't know jack shit about it. I heard it's bad. I already read Go Ask Alice last year, which sucks because I wish I could have used that for this. Also The Whisper Man by Alex North, which apparently, like, he has like a picture on like his Goodreads, but apparently it's not him. There's like all this mystery about it, which I just like don't know anything about. And then there's all like the Jane Austen books. Frankenstein was written anonymously. I just like have no interest in classics, and I love Frankenstein, but I'm not rereading it, so I'm really not sure what I'm gonna do here. Maybe The Whisper Man. Maybe I'll go read one of the other Go Ask Alice books because they're all technically by anonymous. But yeah, I don't really know. The Whisper Man, I guess. Next is a book with an oxymoron in the title, Midnight Sun. It's a good one, right? Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. A book about do-overs or fresh starts. I have a bunch of these. I think I'm gonna go with The Switch by Beth O'Leary, I believe. But I could also maybe pick The Book Thief, because apparently that's about do-overs and fresh starts. I don't freaking know. I went off a list for a lot of these, because I mean, I don't know enough about these books to know exactly what they're about. Also, Throne of Glass was thrown out there, so if I'm going to be reading the entire effing Throne of Glass series, then that might as well fill as many prompts as possible on here, so yeah. Next up, Magical Realism, Wild Beauty by Anne-Marie McLemore. A book set in multiple countries. What do we got? We got a bunch of these. Oh, With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. A book somewhere you'd like to visit in 2021. Absolutely Lovin' Gelato, which takes place in Italy. A book by a blogger, vlogger, YouTube video creator, or other online personality. This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills, or First and Then by Emma Mills. One of those two. A book whose title starts with Q, X, or Z. Hell, if we're reading the entire Throne of Glass series, then I guess it's gonna be up to Queen of Shadows, because great, I don't know what else I have. I have some other books, random books, but it's not really the same. I might have to switch the multiple countries one to like maybe The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy, because for 3 generations I want to do With the Fire on High. And then a book about social justice I want to do, I'm gonna look this one up, The Office of Historical Corrections, a novella and stories by Danielle Evans. I also have this audiobook. It has really great reviews. I'm very excited for it. A book in a different format than you normally read. This is also going to be one of the Heartstopper graphic novels I read. I've only read like 3 graphic novels in my entire life, and 2 of them were Twilight in graphic novel form, and then the other one was Heartstopper. I think I'm going to read 2 Heartstopper volumes this year, maybe 3. I don't remember how many are going to be out or how many are already out. Whatever. 1 can be for the Libra, 1 can be for this prompt. A book with fewer than 1,000 reviews on Amazon or Goodreads. I have a bunch of these right now. I'm leaning towards maybe First Comes Like, which is a sequel to The Right Swipe. I didn't read the second book, but I got the 3rd book as an arc, so that's something that's an option. Just any arcs, period, too. I'm reading a bunch of arcs for a future video, so it's probably just gonna be one of those. I'm not really sure yet. Next is a book you think your best friend would like. I'm picking a book that I just had my boyfriend pick for me, and that's a self-help book because that's really all he reads, and that is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I don't know who it's by. It's literally just self-help about not caring so much, which I need. Next is a book about an art or an artist. This I'm going to be rereading An Enchantment of Ravens. A book everyone seems to have read but you. The Lightning Thief, Throne of Glass, Six of Crows. The Lightning Thief is the only one that hasn't shown up on this list, and probably the one that seems like everyone's read except me the most. And the last prompt is pick your favorite prompts from a past PopSugar challenge. This is the first PopSugar that I've really participated in. I always like kind of keep track, but I've never really pushed for it hard or made a video about it to keep myself kind of accountable. But I really wanted to read a book set on a college campus because I'm not on one anymore. But for that, I am really interested in starting the Deal series by Elle Kennedy. I also have Addicted to You by Christina and Becca Ritchie, but I see The Deal all over TikTok, and it seems like I'm missing out on something, so that's what I'm going with for that. That was really long-winded. I'm sorry about that. This is going to be such a pain in my ass to edit, but I'm really excited to have this out. This list is very exciting to me. I'm making a lot of goals, but I'm excited about potentially sticking to them. Let's hope this year goes the way I want it to. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. Let me know your thoughts on any of the books I picked. If you have any other better prompts or answers to some of the prompts I said that you know I own, I'd be so grateful for that. And yeah, just let me know if you're participating. Let me know any of your thoughts down below. I will talk to you guys very soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye!